On the ground, when looking at what Saudi Arabia demands in return for a normalization deal with Israel, the Palestinian issue seems to be the toughest one. Sounds right when the Israeli government relies on far-right elements strongly opposing any concessions on this field, but there's another issue which could pose an even greater challenge.
The civilian nuclear program, that's a huge problem for Israel, I would say, and a major concession. And I wonder if Israel would agree to such a thing.
Security is a much greater issue for Riyadh than a Palestinian state. A nuclear program could provide the Saudis that much-needed security.
Saudi Arabia will not stay without nuclear capacity whatsoever in a Middle East where Iran is nuclear. It comes from there. So if Iran goes nuclear, the Saudis cannot lag behind.
If this is bound to happen, Washington wants to be the one in charge, making sure other superpowers with the ability to provide this technology do not step in.
It will, in a way, deter or further or push outside the Chinese, which would be also a major achievement for the Americans.
The big question is, how will Israel view this? Yes, it is defined as a civilian nuclear program, and as opposed to what is happening in Iran, here it is Israel's greatest ally, the one monitoring the project. Can Israel count on this? Not so sure.
We are essentially saying we're going to outsource our security to the United States during a period when the United States is withdrawing from much of the world. And just ask, the Afghanis just how good those security guarantees are. And I think it's very, very, very dangerous. We're broadcasting weakness and dependence on a foreign power, even a very friendly allied foreign power.
And yet, a nuclear Saudi Arabia is probably just a matter of time, and it's not just the Saudis.
Saudi Arabia won't lag behind. And I dare say that would be the case with Turkey, Egypt, who knows?
Will Israel accept that reality and just rely on the United States to make sure it is not turned eventually against Israel? A basic question standing at the heart of a possible Israeli-Saudi normalization deal strongly backed by the United States.